what's up? Brian Fagioli here. Happy Apple Day, everybody. Today is the 22nd, which means the new Apple TV 4K comes out today, the new iPhone 8, and the 8 Plus. In front of me, I have an Apple bag. So I went to the Apple store today. What products did I buy? Did I buy the iPhone 8? No. The 8 Plus? No. I'll show you what I bought. I bought two things today. I'm going to unbox one of them. First thing I bought is the spicy orange Sport Loop Apple Watch band. Okay. But here's the star of the show for today's video. I purchased, get rid of that bag, the Apple TV 4K. And what's cool about this particular one, it is the 64 gigabyte model. Now, I had actually ordered this at 4 a.m. on the pre-order day. I ordered it and it said it was going to come on the 29th. So I'm like, why? I ordered an hour after the pre-launch starts, the pre-order launch starts. An hour after it starts, I pre-order this thing, and then it's a week after the store date. Makes no sense to me. So today I went into the Apple store, mostly to get the Apple Watch bands, and they had this one in stock. So I canceled my online order, and I purchased this one. So I'm going to do an unboxing. Let's take a look at what's in the box for the Apple TV 4K. I don't have a knife handy, but I do have this small flathead screwdriver that I use for some projects. So I'm just going to go down the side and just kind of tear the plastic. Not too worried about damaging the box. I don't plan on collecting it or anything. I'm not a hardcore Apple person like that. Okay, so we can see there, get a little closer, Apple 4K. And we'll pull the top off. Whoa. All right, there's the Apple TV 4K, 64 gigabyte. So before we look at the actual Apple TV, we'll look at what else is in the box. So we have, what is this? The power cord. And it's actually a nice power cord. I know it kind of sounds silly to say that. I'm like, oh, it's a cool power cord. But it's a nice plastic material. It's not a big wall wart, as they say. This won't take up a big part of your outlet or your surge protector. Look at that there. Cool. This end plugs into the Apple TV. So we have a power connector. We also have some booklets, or a booklet, or some pamphlets, I should say. Let's see. So we have some Apple stickers. It's impressive that Apple gives away these stickers. I've actually never used them. You know, I don't know where I would stick these on. I've seen some people put them on their cars and stuff. I'm not that big of a nerd. Yeah, I probably am. Let's see, disposing and recycling information. Don't care about that. We'll throw that on the floor. Here's the Let's Get Started guide for the Apple TV 4K. Shows you that it's easy to set up. So we have power, HDMI, and Ethernet. The big change here, besides the big internal improvements over the last generation Apple TV, is there's no USB Type-C port on this. So I never really understood why that port even existed in the prior model. It didn't do anything. So they got rid of it here. We can see the remote. The big difference is this ring around the menu button, but otherwise it's the same as the other Apple TV remote. In the box we have a USB Type-A to Lightning port cable, and that is to charge the remote. So let's take a look at the remote. I'm going to take the plastic off. And it's the same great remote. So it has this white ring around it. And it's not just, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, they just put a white ring around it. I didn't realize that it was kind of like a raised lip. Was that the right word? Well, a raised border, I guess I should say. So if you're in the dark, you can kind of feel and go, okay, yes, this is the menu button. I can feel the circular border around it. Some people complain that they sometimes pick up the remote like this. I really don't understand that that criticism, just because this top up here, where it's a giant clickable touchpad, is very smooth. This part is not. So I don't understand people that say they pick it up like this and they try to use it. I mean, your finger doesn't glide at all. Very, very strange. Yeah, the remote looks great though. It feels great as it has. It's not the most ergonomic remote. I mean, it doesn't like contour to your hand, but it's very slim, and it's designed to also be used as like a game controller in some games. I also have a true game pad by SteelSeries that I can pair to this. And I do want to say, Apple TV, the new 4th generation and now this 5th generation, are full-fledged game consoles, right? So, no, they don't have the power of an Xbox One or a PS4, but I'm not a big horsepower person when it comes to gaming. I'm about fun. So I don't care so much about graphics. I mean, you want a game, you want the games to look good, but at the same time, you want them to be fun. And iOS has a lot of fun, great games that you can play on this. And you may even get them for free because you purchase them for your iPhone or your iPad. So let's take the plastic off. And I believe another big difference is the amount of, let's see, this grill here, because I guess that it needs better cooling because of the internals. We can see the writing on the bottom here. The bottom is all a matte black, but it's like a glossy black for the Apple logo, so it shines, but you're never really going to see that. And that's the cool thing. One of the cool things about Apple is that, they do things that you might not even see. This is going to go like this, right? So why doesn't it even matter that it's a nice glossy Apple logo on the bottom of the unit? It doesn't matter, but it does matter to Apple, and that's cool. So there's this protective thing to take off, like a strip, which exposes everything. There's me. So we can see it's like a glossy black. We have the power connector, which again, I showed you guys here. This plugs in like so. And it can go in either way, so it's reversible. We have HDMI, which is 2.0, I believe. That's how we can get the 4K. And Ethernet for someone who wants to hardwire it. I actually will be hardwiring this because I already have an Apple TV in one room of my house that's hooked up by Wi-Fi. This particular model is going to go to my 4K TV, which is in my living room. And guess what's right next to my TV in my living room? My router. So if you have a choice between hardwire and wireless, always go for the hardwire. Apple does not include an Ethernet cable in the box. That's okay. I have more than enough. I have so many. This is actually going to replace the Xbox One in my living room. So the Ethernet port's going to come. The Ethernet cable is going to come out of the Xbox One and plug into this. And if you're wondering why am I replacing an Xbox One with an Apple TV, I don't get to do a lot of gaming because I'm very busy. I mostly watch media. I prefer the interface of the Apple TV. I like that this does 4K. I don't really buy Blu-rays, so I don't necessarily really need a Blu-ray player like the Xbox One or the Xbox One S or even the upcoming Xbox One X. And I also have a Switch. Nintendo Switch that I can hook up if I really want to do specific console gaming, but I can really get some great gaming done with the Apple TV, and I'm looking forward to the 4K aspect here too. Downsides, there are some negatives here, really only two that I consider a negative for me personally. I don't even have Netflix, believe it or not. I don't have Netflix. I'm going to be signing up soon. I had to cancel it a while back, but I'm going to sign up soon, and I'll be able to get 4K through that. But the other service I subscribe to is Amazon Prime Video. And apparently Prime Video does not yet have an app for the Apple TV. It is coming soon, but it's not yet here. So on launch date, I cannot watch my Amazon content on this 4K box. The bigger issue for me, and it's not a huge issue, but it cannot do 4K YouTube. And that's a huge bummer to me because I think most of the content that I would watch would be on YouTube. I'm a big fan of watching vlogs and technology videos. I enjoy watching YouTube more than I do probably watching, actual like theater movies and things. So it kind of stinks I don't have 4K yet. I think Apple will get that resolved, but of course they have to work with Google, and Google and Apple have kind of a weird relationship. So we'll see what happens there. But otherwise, I mean, I'm really excited for this. This particular model, like I said, this is the 64 gigabyte model. That costs $199, which is kind of expensive, but I mean, it's so powerful. It has, like, I think the same processor as like the expensive iPad Pros. I believe it's the 10X. So it's so powerful that it should last for many, many years, as far as, you know, if, you know, for whatever reason, some new format comes out or something. I mean, this thing should be able to handle a lot of things for the future. It's not going to get slow or sluggish, at least it shouldn't anytime soon. So I will maybe review this for betanews.com. We'll see how it goes. I don't know that it necessarily needs a review, because pretty much it's just an upgrade to the prior Apple TV. It's in 4K. So, I mean, the big question, should you buy this? Well, if you have a 4K TV and you like Apple products, of course you should buy this. If you don't have a 4K TV, you should absolutely not buy this. You should buy the prior model, or, you know, a Fire Stick or something. But for me, I have all my photos in the cloud with Apple. So this will allow me to very easily, through the cloud, view all my home photos, my family photos, my home movies. It'll allow me to screen mirror easily. As an iPhone user, yes, this is a bit more expensive than the competition, but it's probably worth it. So that's just a quick unboxing and overview of the Apple TV 4K. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll answer any questions you may have. I'm going to go hook this up now and have some fun. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.